Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Thursday, and that means we are back for another eye critique. I did miss the other weeks, but we are back. We are on number 14, moving right along, and we have a great set of images from Jacob. He's from Poland, and he said, I'm sending you the link. He gives me permission. Thank you very much, and it's great that you also included the Flickr link, and that you basically use a D7000. So we're going to jump right into it right now, and this is going to be episode number 14 of Eye Critique. So we do have a unique set of images. Some I'm going to be able to go through really quickly, and give some quick things. But he gave me 9 images to go through. So if you guys want to send them in, please send me a Flickr link or 5 to 6 of your images that you want together in a cohesive set. Send them to eric@ericrossi.com, and I will use them on an upcoming episode. Just say I have permission to use them on YouTube for critique. So here we go. I like these type of things. It looks like kind of a reenactment. So I don't know a ton from behind this. So yeah, I like the environment. I like it's kind of like the in-action type of thing. I know you're probably not popping a flash or anything. Let me see if it says what kind of lens you're using. Let's see, using the D7000. Okay, I was figuring using some kind of telephoto lens because, I don't think you could get that close up. You were about 250 millimeters. Okay, that makes sense. The thing I like, as I said, it's in action. I just wish it was a little brighter under his eyes. I know you obviously can't pop a flash, probably from where you were. This looks to be like some kind of reenactment or something like that. So I do like that. I think that this can be a little tighter on him. I just wish it was a little brighter, and in your editing, the image kind of has an overall magenta hue. If you can kind of pull that to the other side to give it an even balance. But I think that this could be just a little brighter. This was shot at, where's it at? 5.6. I have a feeling you could either raise the ISO a little bit or drop the shutter speed because it doesn't look like they're really moving very fast. So if you dropped it down, a little bit, you could kick in a little bit more light in the face. Yeah, that would brighten the background up a little bit, but it looked like a pretty cloudy day in general. But besides that, the contrast is nice. I would maybe pull the blackouts a little bit, but it's a good image. As I said, I wish I could see more with his eyes. There's not a ton you can do, but I guess in like a photo story, if it was shot a little tighter, it could work. And it'd be really cool if you got wider to show more of the scene, to show what else was going on around it. But as this is like an insert, I think it's pretty good. So let's move on. Okay, so something like this. Once again, it's more of a detail shot, but I don't think it really works unless maybe there was some more symbolism behind it. Maybe I'm not 100% sure, but as you see, you even kind of cut it off the chain, what's called the chain metal, the chain, it's cut off right here, the armor. So this isn't really doing a ton for me. Maybe if there was something a little more to add to it, maybe like a sword or someone maybe laying next to it or just something in general, it could spice it up. But alone, this doesn't do much for me, Jacob, especially with it being cut off and it's just not doing something for me unless I'm missing something. So this is a statue of John in Kyle. I'm not sure how to say that. And I could tell that this was a lens baby because it's very, very specialized. To me personally, I don't like the lens baby look or anything really of that nature because it does create, this effect. But if you have to do that to make something interesting, maybe it's not worth taking a picture of. So if you're using this for a portfolio or something like that, unless you mainly just shoot statues or something, or parks or something, in a set, I don't think that this could stand alone. I guess if you're really shooting this, it should be tighter. Statues are really, really hard to make really interesting unless you have some cool sky or something if you're looking up, or maybe a different perspective looking down. So moving right along, then we have a self-portrait. Let's see. We do have kind of a self-portrait. My main thing about this, you do have a little, some harsh light going on right here, which is fine. It's just overall dark. You need some kind of separation light to go on. Maybe throw a flash on the side of your head just to kind of separate you from the background just a little more. This will make this stronger, or wear even lighter clothing. Maybe this is what you're going for. But to me, I would like to see more of some kind of backlighting to separate you a little bit. Let's keep going. Portrait, Viking at a Slavic festival in Volyn. I I like the look. Like, it does kind of look like you're at the Times, in the area as it was. I would like to see the image a little brighter. Let's see if it tells me the exposure. Let's see, 5.6 ISO. I think you could have dropped the shutter a little more just to give it a little bit more light. But overall, I don't think it's a bad shot. I think you could have definitely moved over more, got a different angle. And I don't mind that she's not looking at the camera, because it's kind of cool, because you're saying, oh, what's she looking out of? She does kind of have a grin on her face. So there is actually kind of a connection there. But yeah, I mean, I like the background. It really fits into the clothing that she wears, but I just need a little bit more of an angle, not as much the shoulder being cut off overall on something like this. So we have your cat. I would never use something like this for a portfolio, and it's just really green. Nothing's really, getting this to me. And I have a feeling that this was very, very high ISO, because a D7000 isn't that great with it alone. It's handheld. I wouldn't use this at all. I mean, I'm not saying grain's a bad thing, but it's just not doing it. It's just a picture of your cat, and it blends in, and I could just tell it was a high ISO. So we're just going to move on. Again, something like this, taken at University of Technology. I see what you're going for with the composition of the framing, but the problem is, you said it was a window reflection. I think it just, to me, this doesn't really do anything. It's just not me being, rude or just trying to say anything, but this doesn't do anything for me at all, because there's just nothing in it. There's not any kind of like dramatic contrast or color really spotting out, which I'm guessing this is the, or whatever it is, or whatever you're trying to take a picture of. I'm not sure. This image, I would say, just put to the side burner, and it just doesn't do much. There's not much to it. I'm not even 100% sure, Jacob. And one of the last ones, now I like this. This is a pretty cool, sharp portrait. It's great that you didn't cut off on here. Maybe even it up a little bit, come a little tighter. It seems like, are you still using the 70 to 300? The 17 to 50 at 2.8. Okay, I did notice that. You're probably using the Sigma, and you will get that vignetting on the side. So with shooting a portrait like this, I mean, it does look pretty sharp. I wouldn't suggest being at 2.8. I would say being at like 3.2 f4, so that way you get everything purely in focus. But you were at 50 millimeters, so I would definitely kind of watch that a little bit. It's not bad. I wish it was, I guess, a little more evenly lit overall. I just wish that it's tough. Maybe if you had a smaller album, or what were the smaller albums? 45s? I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on it. But if you had some of the smaller ones that would make a little more sense to get the eye hole closer, that could work. Just be something else. But once again, it just seems like, you're just kind of shooting around. You got some cool things. My overall favorite thing, and I think the lighting is good here, but I think your strongest shot, one of the best shots, has got to be this. This really drew me into, you started off really, really strong, and you just kind of threw some things in here, which I think you were just trying to just reach for some things. But I think this is a really strong shot. If you have a photo story of this today, I think that this can make a really good portfolio, maybe showing, inserts like this. And I'm not saying that this is the best example, but, some insert shots like this could really help the detail shots, and wider, what was going on, what else was going on. So Jacob from Poland, thank you so much for sending in your images. I hope I was able to help you. As I said, this is one of your strongest images that you sent me. So thank you for taking the time to put that together. As I said, if you guys want, give me your comments below and opinions below on some of these images. If you want, write that down in the comments. So as I said, if you guys want to send in some images, send them to eric@ericrossi.com. I'll put them in an upcoming episode. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Keep an eye out.